Good afternoon, parents. I'm finally back with our next video newsletter. We've had a couple weeks off. I did post a paper newsletter, one that you could download if you wanted to at home. You don't have to print it off. But I hope that was an okay way to still communicate with you. And I'll try to do that. If ever I can't do a video newsletter, I will always post something on the website for you to check out. We just got finished with a very long week. Lots to do. We were actually in a pretty good routine, so I think the kids are finally used to second grade and what our routine is. I checked kids in every single morning. I had them bring their folders to me, so I was able to look through for notes, their homework, anything that I might need to see, and it also helps keep them organized. They don't stuffing stuff in their folders that doesn't need to be there. They're cleaning it out on a regular basis. So I'm hoping that you're checking those folders at night and making sure you're seeing everything they need to be giving to you and that you need to be seeing as well. Mrs. Cannon, the AIG teacher, did send some packets home of reading materials, I believe with everybody. So if you wouldn't mind taking a look in your child's folder and reading the letter from her, it explains what it is that she's doing. She's trying to get around and seeing all of the second graders because students aren't identified until third grade. So if you could just take a minute and look that over. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me and I'll pass along any comments, concerns, anything to her that might be important. Also this week, I had the spelling homework. You saw the spelling homework come home this week. I also typed out their homework sheet and I had them write their spelling words on the sheet. I want them to write those words as much as possible. So when they get their words, they're going to write them down on that homework sheet. That way they can take that homework sheet with them and they do not need to take the cards home. Some students still took the cards home. It's up to them. But I do want them cutting out those cards and sorting the cards and seeing the patterns. My goal for the word sorts is for students to make their own patterns with the words. That way if I see what they're thinking and what they see, then I can correct any problems or anything that I notice. But I really want them to think and not worry so much about the rules. You'll notice that I did put on there, don't focus on the rules, simply because I want them to show me their thinking. I want to see how they're processing these words and what areas they might have some trouble with. I'm still seeing a lot of the B's and the D's flip-flopped, and that's fine. That's a normal thing. That's actually a pretty common thing for second grade. I just remind it of them. I don't count anything wrong when they invert those two letters, but I do make them aware of it. And a lot of like, oh yeah, I forgot. So they're aware of it too. It's just getting in that habit of writing the B and writing the D the same way every single time. Also, this week I have started utilizing quizzes online. Actually, Google Docs is what I'm using. So if you'll check out my website, and you'll notice there's a reading assessments link and there's a math assessments link. And I'm trying to post a quick quiz every week. That way we can kind of check what our focus for the week was on. And it's also an easy way. I don't have to grade 23 papers. So it's something quick that I can just check to make sure they're catching up and they're understanding what we're talking about. And it's really good feedback. Now when it comes to like a test, I will have a paper pencil test that they can take. And they can always certainly show work on paper for math problems. But it's just a quick way, a fun way, and it's actually meets some Common Core objectives as well with them taking the test online, on an online technology format. So feel free to check those out. Feel free, if you'd like to help your child take one of them, you are more than welcome to. I will get the data, and as long as they put their name in there, I can see the time that it was sent. So if they've already taken one in class, I'll see they took it in class, but also they tried it at home with a parent, which is perfectly fine. The more practice, the merrier. Also next week, I'm hoping to start it next week if I get the bags in time. I'm going to be sending home probably a bag that's filled with 3 or 4 of my personal books, so that kids can have some more practice reading at home if they would like to. So be on the lookout for that. I know a lot of kids, when they check out 2 library books from the library, but they either read them too quickly or are having trouble getting books on their level. So I'm really spending a lot of time in class focusing on kids reading books at their level. And that way I hope our reading grows and grows and grows more and more each year, or each quarter, I'm sorry. So that way they'll just get more practice with books, and they won't have to worry so much about finishing one and going to the library as much. And I'll still let them go to the library throughout the week during open checkout. I believe that is all that I have for today. Again, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please don't hesitate to call, email me, whatever. Drop in at an appropriate time during planning or after school. Also, you will also notice a lot of literature coming home about the upcoming events within the next few weeks of school. There's a newsletter coming out about the Fall Festival. It's October 27th. I sent something home this week, a short little half-sheet flyer about the basket raffles they do every year. And I believe we have a movie theme. So if you would like to send in items for our basket, you're more than welcome to. The little flyer explains everything. If you have any further questions, please email me or call me. That way I can help you if needed. And I think there's a couple of other random things that are just coming home just for your information. So if you wouldn't mind taking a peek in their folders just to make sure you don't miss anything. And I will try to make any reminders and put any reminders on my website if I need to. So again, if you have any questions, comments, email me. And I look forward to another great week next week. Have a good weekend.